The Select Committee investigating the January 6th attack on the Capitol is back this afternoon for its third installment of public hearings. Our Washington correspondent Cassie Simeon is live on Capitol Hill this morning, and I understand you spoke with Congressman Adam Schiff, Cassie, who sits on the panel about this investigation. What can you tell us?
Good morning, Giselle. Yes, I spoke with Congressman Adam Schiff late last night. He tells me that today's hearing will focus more on the former President Trump's pressure campaign on his then Vice President Mike Pence to overturn the election result on January 6th and in the days leading up to it. Now, Congressman Schiff also told me during our conversation that over the next few days of hearings, we can expect to hear more about the pressure campaigns against state officials, election officers, and others by the Trump campaign in the days and weeks following the election. We will also hear more about the mobilization of white nationalist groups and what transpired during the time when insurrectionists were attacking the Capitol, and then President Trump did nothing to stop it. Now, some big news out of the committee yesterday was, of course, the letter sent to Republican Congressman Barry Loudermilk of Georgia and the newly released surveillance footage showing Loudermilk giving a tour to a man who one day later marched on the Capitol. So I asked Congressman Schiff why they chose now to release this information, and he said this was a direct response to a release from Loudermilk and another GOP congressman who said there were no tours, and that obviously turned out not to be true.
And so we thought it appropriate to respond with some of the evidence as to why we want him to come in. And of course, that video that we released shows Mr. Loudermilk leading a tour. It shows one of the individuals on that tour taking photographs of stairwells, of what looks like the security at one of the tunnels. Things that are not part of a normal tourist trip or of interest to tourists. And even more alarming, that same individual, it appears, on January 6th, the following day, marching up to the Capitol with someone with a flagpole with a sharpened tip.
Now, if Loudermilk plans to participate with the committee willingly, that remains unclear. But for today's hearing, that kicks off at 1 p.m. here on Capitol Hill, so 3 hours ahead for you guys back in California. But overall, today is going to focus on Mike Pence. We're going to hear from some witnesses who were former aides to the then vice president, and we're going to see what they have for us in store.
Yeah, looking forward to this hearing this afternoon, in just a couple of hours. So, Cassie, you detailed this shocking tour at the Capitol from Congressman Loudermilk on the 5th of January, day before the attack on the Capitol. What some are calling a reconnaissance mission. Is this one of the congressmen who sought a pardon from the former president?
Obviously, we don't know that yet because this is information that may never be made public. But what I can tell you is that I walk those halls and those tunnels basically every single day on my way here to the Capitol building. And I can tell you it is probably the least photogenic spot in this Capitol. We have some beautiful areas here on Capitol Hill, and this just plainly isn't one of them. Who wants photos of stairwells and security checkpoints? I think it really does raise a lot of questions for people who even work in this building. How safe are we really when you have people taking photos and video of security checkpoints and the protocols you have to go through to get into the Capitol building? So we're going to have to wait and see if Loudermilk is involved with that. But those people that were involved in that tour, I would love to see the photos that they were taking and what they were so interested in.
I think we'll be seeing those today throughout the hearing. Cassie, thank you so much for your reporting. We'll check back with you all morning.